is where the fun begins.
Hello there. How's it going?
Hey everyone, Hybrid Tool Reviews here, and today I want to bring you a look at the Star Wars The Black Series Pyke Soldier from the Book of Boba Fett. This is something I picked up at a Meijer on the way to Wisconsin with 1313 Podcast a couple of weeks back. Check out their channel. They did a little bit of a toy hunt vlog while we were out there. I think that was more later on, but this was just a really cool pickup. They had a sale going on for Black Series. They were like $18, and this was like the only new one on the shelf. So it was really cool. I got him for a little bit of a markdown. I've just kind of been waiting for a review. Don't want to quite call it a throwback, but he's definitely not new, so I'm going to try and keep it super quick. But this is a figure that I'm really excited about. It's kind of got a weird release, right? Like, people were kind of getting it back in, like, December, but it took me until, like, March to actually see one. So that's kind of where we're at. But let's get into the review and see if this is a good addition to the collection or a total pass. Alright, you guys know the drill. As always, we start by taking a look at the packaging. This is your standard, if a little beat up, Black Series packaging. It has your Black Series logo above a big window showing the soldier and his accessories off nicely. You have your Book of Boba Fett stripe across in green. That's where a lot of the damage got. I think it got hung up on something. It was like that on the shelf, so that's whatever. Pyke Soldier, warning 4+ Hasbro. Got some really cool artwork of the soldier on the side, looking really dope. This side features your wraparound window, wraparound stripe, Black Series logo. Around back, your Black Series logo, zoom in of the art from the side. A little bio about Pyke soldiers in varying languages. Pause and read whichever language best applies to you. He's number 7 in the Book of Boba Fett lineup. Got a bunch of legal stuff in every language there is down there. Disney, Hasbro, barcode, more legal flurban durbin. Up top, you have a hanger tab and a little window. Let some light in the box if you choose to keep your figures in display and packaging. I'm not a loser. I play with my toys. So let's open them up and take a look at what we get here. Here's the Pyke Soldier out of the packaging. As always, we'll start with taking a look at the accessories. So he comes with a little blaster pistol, which is actually reuse from the Rogue One Cassian Andor. I can tell because it has a big square peg on the back for the being assembled into a sniper rifle function. That's okay, though. It's a little bit of a common pistol in the Disney era of Star Wars, so it's what it is. I don't need them to totally resculpt it. It looks fine. It's in like a brownish gray color. Looks really good, and there's actually a lot of really nice sculpt work going on here. So all in all, it looks good. It's just unpainted plastic. He then comes with a, to my knowledge, new, I'm 99% sure it's new, like rifle, which actually is really cool. It has a nice scope up top, has a kind of sci-fi looking stock on the back, and it's not like a long rifle. It's like a sort of like, I get like sawed-off shotgun vibes from it, like it's a shorter rifle. But it's really cool looking and just screams Star Wars to me. So all in all, I am really excited to get this. This is the gun I'm probably going to have him using well on display. Now, let's take a look at the Pyke Soldier. So, looking at the head sculpt, it's really nice. It kind of features that sort of like a cornucopia, shape, tubular head, all covered up in paneling and wraps and stuff. And it looks excellent. The face is hidden by that gold faceplate. There is no face underneath. It doesn't pop off. Was kind of hoping that it would. I was kind of hoping there might be an alien face under there. There were people talking that this probably should have just come with some swappable faceplates because there were some silver ones too. That way it really helps you. You buy 5 or 6 of them and you can kind of make them all look a little different from one another. But no such luck here. It's just a one and done. But that's okay because ultimately I don't think it's going to bug me that much. Looking at the figure, there's actually a ton of really good sculpt work here, to the point that you're just like, wow, it's a Pyke Soldier. Why'd they go through all that effort? But, I really appreciate it. It's a really nice looking figure. He features his kind of maroon colored, maroonish brown outer robes, little lit up buttons there. He's got a nice belt with some silver buckles over a kind of brown shirt thing with a tan stripe in the center. He's got blue sleeves going on under the layers. Around back, he actually has a really big baggy hood. It's sculpted in rubber, so it's not actually like a functional hood, but the character does feature a hood, which is really cool. He's got black pants going on with brown, really detailed boots. I really have to say, I'm obligated to say, just as a reviewer, there is some insane detail going on here. For a Pyke Soldier, I figured there'd be a lot of reuse and stuff, and to the best of my knowledge, there's not really much, if any. It's just really, really well done. They just put a lot of effort into this character, and honestly, I really appreciate it. I'm not, insanely into the Pykes, but I'm gonna buy 2 more. Just have a little squad of 3 for, some photography purposes, but, I could see you army building this. Like, it's a nice enough figure that you wouldn't hate having a few. I think, although the swappable faceplates would have made that a much easier decision to make. You know, I can't really harp on anything too much because it's just a Pyke soldier. I don't really have a lot of takes. They're just kind of a third party. They're not an empire. They're not a rebel. You know, this is a crime syndicate. It gives you a third party of figures to pose your other figures up against. And just all in all, I really like how it looks. So let's run through some articulation. You know, for as many overlays and stuff as this guy has, he actually has some pretty fun articulation. Features that standard double ball neck. However, it's a little hindered in there, of course, with the head sculpt and such. He can only look that far up, that far down. You can force him to do side to side, and there's a good bit of tilt you can get out of him, get some attitude. You can get his arms up into a T-pose. There's a bit of a butterfly joint in there. It's not the deepest cut one, but it is what it is. 360 degrees at the shoulder, looking really good. And then he has single jointed elbows that go to 90 degrees and a little more, and then swivel 360 at the wrist with a hinge in and out on the left hand and a hinge up and down on the right one. Love to see that. Mid-torso ball joint allows him to crunch really far forward, pretty far back, although it does kind of get a little gappy if you go really far. You get some good side to side on that and some rotation. It's not actually clicking. You hear it sounds like it's clicky. It's actually just the rubber of the two overlays kind of dragging on each other. His legs can only go that far out. This is a bit of a traffic cone of a skirt. His legs can go that far forward, not much back. There is an upper thigh cut, although it's buried up there, and it's kind of pointless because he has single jointed knees that go to 90 degrees and then swivel at the knee. And then he has ankle articulation that can point straight down, like dislocate your ankle straight down. He can go really far forward, and there's a forward-facing pin for rocker, allowing you to get some decently wide stances with both feet flat on the floor. So for the review, I took a tape measure to him. He's a little bit of a shorter character. He clocks in at 5.5 inches, so he's going to stand a little shorter than some of these characters. But to show us some other Book of Boba Fett characters, how about Throne Room Boba Fett, of course, standing above him. Here is the most modern Mando from the Book of Boba Fett wave, also standing over him. And then from the same wave, we have the Tusken Chieftain, who is just Tusken Raider reuse, but he stands about 6 inches. So, as you see, the Pyke soldier is just a little shorter. I feel that's accurate, though. I kind of got the vibe that they weren't, like, super tall. But that's all right. All in all, I like the scale. I think he looks really good here. So, end of the day, what do I think of the Pyke soldier? I think it's a really cool figure. It's one that I'm really happy to have in the collection. And it's just really, really well done. It recreates the character we see on screen nicely. Do I think it's for everyone? No, I mean, I'd say of all the army builders, it's, you know, one of the lesser ones. I'd rather army build this than Figrin Dan's for the Cantina band. But, you know, this is a really cool figure, and they put a lot of effort into it. And just as someone that can appreciate, you know, the sculpt work on things and the engineering of things, I really appreciate what we get with this figure. There's a lot of really, really well done paint applications and a lot of really well done sculpt work, and it just looks like a Pyke soldier. I'm going to be tracking down 2 more. Might wait for clearance. I'm kind of suspicious this will hit clearance. Unfortunately, it doesn't deserve it. But it's a really, really good figure, and I'm amped that they're starting to show up on shelves. I've seen some people post that they found it at Target. It's on a new end cap thing that Walmart's putting out. So if you're in any way curious, go check out your Walmart and your Target. You'll probably find one. It's just a really cool figure, and I'm just happy to have it in the collection. Well done, Hasbro. Great work. I have like 0 gripes other than maybe lack of swappable face masks. Thanks a bunch for watching. It means a lot that you did. If you enjoyed, you should leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the end of video stuff. You know the drill. And as always, check out my channel memberships for 99 cents a month. You can become an HTR superfan and get your name put in the end credits of every single video. No pressure. It's just another way to show appreciation if you're capable of doing that. If not, no worries. I'll catch you next time. Until then, may the Force be with you, and I'll see you next time. Bye.